Okay, Lex Gray here. We're back with episode 3 of our White Box Hex Crawl. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, if you celebrate. Now, I want to mention it might be one more episode after this, depending on how long it takes us to get at least halfway to the third banana of truth. So, with that in mind, in the next one shot, whatever it will be, and whatever rules I will use, I will be using the Magic the Gathering cards based on the comment from my last video, mentioning the comment mentions using Magic for this, because the sheets are not entirely random. They are enclosed to the usual 6 choices per table, but I want to maintain the status quo and just keep going as it is, because I have a habit of changing things too often. So, we will be using the Magic cards in the next one shot, which I will say I do enjoy using that technique. So let's go to the table and continue our adventure through the lands of the unknown. Okay, so we are here, and based on our note, we had our long rest. So we can erase this little note here, and we have one more banana left to capture and add to our Pokedex. So let's avoid that little war we heard that's happening somewhere in this region between our arrow here. So we will travel alongside the edge of the earth and roll up what this new terrain will be. 6. 6 will be new, so let's roll to see what it is. 5. Swamp. Swamp was this one that was very just one tile, so we will do that again. That's my swamp logo. We only had swamp, I think, once, yeah, which was right here, so maybe that kind of spreads this region. Okay, so explore die. What do we run into? 4. A spore. And what will that spore be? 2. Monster tracks. We encounter more monster tracks as predicted. So, which means in the next square, sorry, hex, I keep saying square. The next hex we will be in, I will roll 2 dice for the explore die, which increases the risk of running into a quote unquote monster. So let's do the new terrain. 5, surprised, and 3 will be hills. There we go, there's our hill. Now we're going to roll the explore die because, like I said, we saw match tracks. 5, discovery. And let's roll to see what this is. 2, natural. Natural is up here. Okay, let's see what it is. 6, a ravine. A ravine. Interesting. Okay, so I'm thinking if there's a ravine, then there most likely will be a suspension bridge over this ravine. So maybe there is a river that cuts through here. So let me add that to our notes. 107, there is a ravine. Ravine and a bridge. Now, question for the Oracle. Is this bridge destroyed, damaged? I'm going to say 50-50. It is not, but it's very rickety and old, judging by that very close yes. So, the bridge is there, but it is debatable on how good the condition is. So, each character is going to do a saving throw to see if they can make it across a bridge without any problems. Now, let's roll. We need to roll a 14 or higher, I believe. I always confuse myself in this department. Let me go to saving throws here really quick and find that mention. Let's see, saving throws. The number gets smaller, which means you roll up at or above. Okay, so let's roll over. All right, let's get our d20. Let's roll for Sasha. 14 or more. 4 is a fail, so let's keep that in mind. Baron. 6 is a fail. Cohen. 19 is a success. Okay, so as expected, he's a thief. He's more agile. So Cohen makes a cross, but unfortunately, Baron and Sasha both do not, which leads me to believe that we have ourselves a classic Indiana Jones moment when, as Cohen makes across the bridge first, so let's say he goes first. He gets across the bridge. They are all very careful until it snaps, and the suspension bridge falls down and hits the side of the cliff of the ravine. And so both Sasha and Baron are holding on for their dear lives. The saving throw we rolled earlier, I'm going to let that narratively just explain what happens to the bridge. So they are holding on. I'm going to kill them off just yet. I'm surprised. I probably should have said that, but not yet. I'm sure they'll be fine. So we need to roll a either strength or dex for them to climb up back to where uh, Cohen is. And Cohen can assist too, so let's keep that in mind. So let's do a strength check for Sasha to pull himself up. He needs to roll a 13 or less to succeed. Let's see who's closer to Cohen. Like, let's see the order of who is down in the ravine. Let's roll a d6 here and see who's first, who's closest to Cohen. 6, that's going to be Baron. So Baron's closest. He'll go first. So can Cohen, who will be the red die, help with Baron? So we'll do this. We'll do a strength check and choose the lowest roll for an ally assist. Ooh, that's not good. Strength is 11. They both fail. So Baron, unfortunately, he falls. Shoot. Okay. This might be a problem. I think we just lost the guy. So, man. Well, for losing Baron here, can Sasha catch him? This will be a dex roll. So Cohen is trying to grab his hand, but he slips, and Baron falls. But can Sasha catch him? This will be an independent roll, 13 or less, or actually, let's do dexterity first. So dexterity, 8 or less. He has to do an 8 or less to catch Baron from falling. Oh my gosh, he caught him. Okay, so currently Sasha is holding on to Baron. We know Sasha is further down on this bridge as it's hanging on for dear life. And Cohen is panicking, but he's a thief. So I'm thinking he has a rope handy. So they are both holding on. They're not dead yet. Almost died. Almost fell to the death. Maybe there's a river down there. We can ask the Oracle in a second. Maybe just splash into the water. He's fine. But depending on how deep the ravine is, obviously, and how narrow. However, I'm thinking this is a very steep, 50 yards apart from side to side. Okay, that's just getting intense. All right, so Cohen's going to throw a rope down, and we're going to do 2 rolls per for advantage with the item assist. So Cohen, he's going to tie it to the edge of the bridge where the wood is implanted into the ground and tell them to grab the rope and pull themselves up. So let's do a strength roll to see if Sasha can grab the rope. I'm sorry, Baron. Either of them can. Let's do this. Red will be Baron, Sasha will be blue. They both can grab the rope. They still have one arm available. Actually, if Sasha's holding on to Baron, then he most likely has both his hands occupied. So Baron needs to grab the rope. So Sasha's going to swing. I will let him do this without a roll. He's going to let him swing and grab the rope. And let's do a dex roll for Baron to grab that rope. This will be the assist with the item. So 2 dice. Lowest number for dex 11 or less. A perfect 1, critical. So he grabs the rope and is able to critically get on their critical roll. And he also is able to get the rope to Sasha. That's the assist. Now, we're going to roll to see if they can pull themselves up. This will be a strength check for both of them with the rope. So we'll do the first roll for Sasha, a simple strength check to see if he can pull himself up with the rope. He just can't. Shoot. Okay, that was with advantage. 13 is a strength. He needs to roll 13 or less. It's a fail. He's not able to pull himself up. How about Baron? 11 or less. Advantage. He's able to get himself... Oh, we avoided that critical fail right there. So, Baron is able to pull himself up. But Sasha is still holding on and he cannot. Maybe Sasha's weapon, he has a flail, it's stuck, caught on a board, caught on the rope. Something is holding him down. He just can't pull himself up. So Baron and Cohen have to pull the rope up, or Sasha needs to lose an item here. I think it's going to be one of those items. Let's say it's just longsword is caught on the board. So I'm going to say he is going to toss the item away. Oh no, he's down to one item where all weapons are 1d6. Okay, so it didn't really exactly matter. But he tosses the item and let's see if that helps. He's going to try again and climb up. Come on. 13 or less. 19. This is Sasha, by the way. This is not from earlier, Baron. Okay, so even though Baron and Cohen try to pull him up, which was the assist roll there, he still failed. Because the lowest die was not a 20, the 20 was the other die, I will not let this be a critical fail. So, man, Sasha loses, he had two hands, he loses a grip, he's flailing, his armor's heavy, it's holding him down, it's chainmail, which is not the most strongest armor, plate mail is barely better rating, but in any event, he is hanging on, he's too heavy. And so, what can they do here? Well, I don't know. I'm trying to consider this a player skill over character skill. So let's see. We have a bridge that's it is about to probably most likely fall off. I think this is going to be one of our character death scenes, or at least this will be one of our characters falling to their demise. So yeah, let's just add. This will be a full D100 roll, character question roll. So okay, let's just do it. Let's see. D100, 75% chance based on everything that's added up so far. Does Sasha fall into the ravine? Let's roll. 75 or less. He does not. He does not fall. He's stuck. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, so he's stuck. He cannot climb back up, which means one of our characters has to climb down with the rope and get him. Okay, let's do that. That will be Baron's a dwarf. Cohen's is a halfling thief. So Baron will have to do. He has the higher strength. He has the strength of 11. So this will be, again, 2 dice, assist roll. He's going to first roll dexterity to get down there. This is kind of athletic or acrobat, either or. Dexterity. So, I mean, they're both 11. So let's just roll for dice. He's going to try to roll down there and get him to help him back up. This is the roll to get down there. 11 or less. Okay, he's able to get down there with a 9. Then a strength check to help him get back up. So 11 or less. These dice don't really, they want Sasha to die here. So Baron cannot, it's like, yeah, okay, I think this is it. Yeah. So he tries to grab Sasha by the hands, but Sasha just loses the grip. His glove pops off, slides out, and we see Sasha falling to his demise down into the ravine. Now, is there a river down there? This is a 50-50 question. I drew a river here, so let's just say 50-50. 75% chance, because again, I drew a river. Is there, does he survive? This will be, it could be a saving throw, but I want to ask the Oracle. 75% chance. Does he land in the water? He does. Okay, so big note here. He does fall hundreds of feet down, but I think because water can be very hard, especially if you're falling hundreds of feet, like a landing on rock, we need to roll a saving throw. And because he's falling, I will roll disadvantage. He could get hurt here. So let's roll 2d20 and choose the highest roll. 14 or higher. Sorry, the lowest roll. Oh, okay. The saving throw is successful, but he will take d6 damage. It does not incapacitate him. Oh, 6. Okay, he has to take damage. I mean, that's a hell of a fall. So he's down to 1. But he is, I'll put here, MIA. Okay, so this throws a story for a curveball. Currently, Sasha fell into the ravine, and he's obviously going to go downstream. Now, downstream could be either off the map or into the war zone. Oh my gosh, this might throw the narrative into a whole new arc. Are they going to save Sasha? Yes. He's part of the team. You can't leave him behind. So, I'm going to say the river goes to the right, because that's where the map is obviously cut off here. So, they have to try to find him. So, they're going to go this way. Okay, let's do a new terrain die. 3. The river, I have to draw the river. It still continues. This going 3 is the same, so it's the hills. Explore die. 4. Ooh, spore. That could be something. What's the spore? 3. Black smoke. Okay, we're getting close to the war zone. Whatever's going on to the east from here, there is some big battle going on, some monumental battle, fight between two factions or something. We're going to Fallout territory here. And Baron, Sasha, is somewhere. He's going to be washing up ashore, I'm assuming. So let's do a kind of a perception check, so wisdom, for them to try to find. The red die will be Baron. Actually, let's do this. Cohen and Baron will be blue. So Cohen red, Baron blue. Let's roll. Can they spot anything, any evidence, or any sight of Sasha? So wisdom for Baron is 5. Wisdom is 9 for Cohen. Cohen has the advantage here. Ooh, critical fail for Baron, but look at that. Look at that. Polarizing. Complete difference. Cohen is a critical success in the notice. Baron's a critical fail. I don't think I've ever rolled 20 and 1 like that in a long time. Okay, so how to treat this narratively? Well, Single Sheets does have a oracle in the back. Let's see how this goes. So, let's do descriptions. We have action descriptions, actions, and theme. Well, the critical fail, let's see how that goes. So this was Baron's critical fail, and we had Cohen's critical success. So I know what the critical success is, but what is the critical fail? That's the one that's more intriguing to me. Let's do uh, let's do discovery. I'm gonna do the red die will be which table, the blue die will be which number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the red die. 2 is the first row. 3, fine. Okay, let's do action. What's fine about this action? 3, control, find control, wealth at the theme, benefit. Something is a benefit to walk, find control, he loses balance. So it's a critical fail. So these guys are clumsy. I mean, wow. So Baron's walk, he's a dwarf, yep. He's a dwarf, he's walking around, and there's a part, they're on the side of a hill, so it's the hills, and the ravine's to the right. So they're going east. Part of the ground gives out, and Baron almost falls. He's about to fall off. We need to do a saving throw. This is just another complication. But at the same moment, while Baron's about to fall, Cohen catches him. I'll let him catch him for this because of that critical success. So one fell almost to their death or down the hill, and the critical success catches. And when Cohen catches Baron in the hand by the hand, again, they're both about the same height, halfling dwarf. He can see Sasha washed up against the shore at the bottom of the hill, kind of unconscious like this, just armor like that. So he pulls him back up. Uh, I mean, I'm trying to think this might be a strength check. So Dwarf might be heavier than our halfling friend. So let's do a strength check. And we're 1 die, 9 or less. Come on. Nope, he can't. So he's trying to pull him up, but he can't. Baron's just too heavy. However, is the hill just safe enough for Baron? Cohen tell Baron, hey, I see Sasha. Why don't you slide down the hill and we can get to him. Let's ask the Oracle. 75% chance. I will let this be a good one. Is the hill safe enough to slide down? It is. Okay, that's a standard yes. Okay, so Baron tells him to let go, so he lets go. Baron kind of topples down the hill. I will no HP loss on that one. I mean, we can do a saving throw. Let's just do a saving throw. It is safe, so I'll do advantage here. Lowest die saving throw, 14 or less. Yep, he's safe. Okay, so no damage taken. So currently, Baron slid down the hill, got to Sasha. Cohen is at the top of the hill, just looking over, he's just watching and see what happens. Baron reaches Sasha, pulls him a little more onto the shore, and tries to wake him up. And I assume he can. So maybe Sasha spits some water out, chokes some water, does some CPR or whatever it was back then. And Sasha wakes up. He's injured, he's hurt, but he says he's okay for now. So Baron waves back at Cohen, saying he's fine. He just got the wind knocked out of him, and Sasha tries to help Sasha set himself up. So that's what's happening right now in this tile. Okay, so they need to reconvene. So I'm sure an hour or so passes. They both meet up back at the top of the hill. Sasha's okay, but they need to take a short rest. So let's do a d6 roll for everybody. Or actually, it's just mainly Sasha. Does he heal? He heals 1. So he needs a long rest to fully heal. Pardon me. He has a full rest to fully heal, but at least that's something for now. Okay. Now, they can hear there's some battles going on in the distance. We need to avoid that, but the bridge is out. We have to find a way around this river, this ravine. So they need to keep going east. All right. So let's keep going east here. And I will say the river kind of turns here like that. Let's roll a new terrain die. 2, the same. So as expected, hills. What is going to be the explore die? 1, nothing. Okay, so surprisingly, the sounds of the battle has paused. So they notice the river goes to the southeast, so they'll make their way there. So now we're in tile 406. Let's do the terrain die. 5, new terrain. We have 4 mountains. Uh-oh. Okay, so the river kind of goes this way, and we have mountains. Okay, so the terrain's getting a little tougher. Let's do the explore die. 6, danger. Okay, so danger is over here. Is a hostile. 4, it's a hazard. Hazard is going to be up here. What's the hazard? 3, sinkhole. Of course, we got a sinkhole. So they are making their way. Sasha's kind of being helped by Baron, just kind of over the shoulder. Sasha's not completely immobile. He is just dragging his feet a bit. He's still a little hurt. And suddenly a sinkhole happens. Bad luck. The sinkhole happens, and they need to each make a saving throw. So let's do the saving throw first for Sasha. Now, Sasha is actually being held by Carrot, by another teammate. So I will let him roll with advantage, despite his injuries. So 14 or less, or I'm sorry, 14 or more. Let's roll for it. Oh, okay. Sasha's not able to get out of the sinkhole, so let's keep that in mind. He is, actually, he's not MIA anymore. Okay, so I'll put a red die for Sasha. He is not able to get out of the sinkhole. What about Baron? He's holding, so I'll give him an advantage. 14 or more. Oh, critical success. Okay, so Baron is able to help with that critical success get Sasha out of the sinkhole. So we'll take that away. Cohen is on his own, unfortunately. It's 14 or more. Ooh, I'll let that slide. 16, he's good. Okay. Sinkhole avoided. Even though Sasha got stuck, again, Baron was able to lift him out with that critical success. So they're able to avoid that sinkhole. Okay, now they're traveling south. 407. Let's do, sounds like a highway for the team of 407. Let's draw the river like this. Let's see what the terrain will be. 3, the same, so we have mountain. Okay. Explore die, 3, nothing, they're good. So they are back to their old route. The river will do this turn here. New terrain die. 5. New. Okay, so what's the new terrain? 5 swamp. We're back to swamps again. Okay. I'll do this here. Like that. There we go. Okay, so they can see some familiar territory where they started this adventure and need to cut through. So the war's behind them. The big battle's happening is right behind them to the north. And they need to find a way over the bridge or over this river. I don't think it's a ravine by now, it's a swamp. So the river, you know what? Actually, that makes sense. So let's erase that. The river kind of turns into the swamp. So I think that for now they're fine just to walk at this point. Walk like normal. There we go. Just trying to draw a swamp. Boop. Okay, so let's do the explore die. 1, nothing. Okay, so they're back over their original route. We're in this tile again. Let's do the explore die. 3, nothing. So let's go this way. What is the terrain here? The same. So it's going to be, I think that's, let's see, what is that label? Woods, I believe? No, Woods is this one. I'm confusing my own writing here. Well, I'm going to do this. Looks like I drew that. So whatever that is, I apologize. Wasteland, I'm sorry. So we're here, explore die. 4, spore. What's the spore going to be? 3, the spore is going to be black smoke again. Or you know what? It's actually just smoke. So, smoke. I don't know what to make of that. That's the issue of these small D6 tables. You have to kind of expand beyond the 6. You don't have to repeat yourself over and over. So what would the black smoke be? Let's go to our oracle and check out what that black smoke will be. Let me write this in. We're currently in table hex 609. So 609. We have black smoke, or we just have smoke in general. What is this smoke going to be? Let's check with the oracle. Red die is the table, and blue die is going to be the number. So 2 is the first table, 5, dark. Okay, the smoke is dark. That makes sense. Action. What's going on around? Corrupt. Oh, theme. Interesting. Benefit. Not really a benefit for our characters, though. So, smoke monster. You know what? Hell, I'm gonna steal this from the what's that show called? The Island. Shoot. Lost. So the black smoke monster appears. We actually have a black smoke monster, and he's going to be a character, an enemy to fight. So let's pull up. Let's get our trusty doodle thing here. And we actually are going to fight a black smoke monster. Just appears. And I'll say it's hostile just to make this interesting. So, okay, the black smoke monster. Its AC will be, let's base it on our average here with 437. I'm going to say it's 5 again, or at least it's going to be that. And that's 5 away from 10, so HP will be 5, like so. Okay, let's roll to see who goes first. 2d6s. We go. We go first. Okay, so we're going to attack. Sasha is going to attack with his flail because he lost his longsword like an idiot. Going for attack. We need to roll the 20 or more, so that's going to be, let's see, we're rolling with AC of 5. That's obviously a miss. Baron's attacking here. 16 plus the 5, that's a hit. So Baron gets a hit here. He's going to roll his d6 Warhammer 3. Okay, so the black smoke monster is down to 432. He's going to be down to 2 here. Okay. Next up to bat is Cohen. He's going to attack. Let's see, it's a roll 15 at least. That's a critical fail, so that does not help. Next, the black smoke monster. The black smoke monster is going to attack. Let's roll to see which one he'll attack. 6. That'll be Cohen after the recent strike, or attempt at least. Roll d6 here. Plus 7. That's a fail. So that's a miss. Back to Sasha, who's going to strike back. 9 is a miss. Baron is going to roll attack. We have 1's a critical fail. Cohen's going to strike to close off. Ooh, that's a hit. Okay, good. That's a hit. So we have our d6 here. -1 crossbow, let's say, is in the distance away. That's 3 total. And that defeats the smoke monster. So that's 50 experience points. 4, I'm going to get this directly to our character this time, to Cohen. Whoops, that was his currency. Let me erase that. And I did tally up their totals from the last game. So we're looking at 330 experience for Cohen. Okay. So again, just a slight difference from last episodes. I'm giving experience directly now to the characters, not like a pool that goes to each one straight from the pool itself. Okay, so goodbye, the Black Smoke Monster. He has been defeated, and we're on our way to the next tile. Okay, we're going to go down here. We're so close, I can smell it. Okay, let's roll for the new terrain here. 1 is the same, so Wastelands. The Explore die, nothing. Okay, we're going to go here now. And let's roll for the terrain die, which will be the same, so Wasteland. Explore die, 3, nothing. Uh-oh. We might get to this banana in this episode. Okay, terrain die, 1. Ooh, same. Okay, explore die, 3. Ah, you know what? I want to add some challenge conflict here. Let's roll again for advantage. Oh, 3. Okay, so nothing. Okay. Well, we're a couple tiles away here. Let's roll for new terrain. I'll roll advantage for the explorer. Okay, so same terrain, wastelands everywhere down here. And let's roll advantage for explore die. Ooh, double 6s, which means it's going to be really bad. Danger, Will Robinson. What is the danger going to be? I'll roll 2 dice and choose the highest roll. 1. Oh, unnatural. Okay. Where is my danger? Unnatural. Portal mutation. Let's just roll the d6, see what happens. 6. Mutation. Something pops out of the ground. One of the dead trees just starts mutating and turns into like a giant beast and is going to attack our team. So we're going to attack. We're in another round of conflict. Or, actually, I'll keep the boogie here. But I'm thinking, is it actually hostile? Does it actually attack us? Check the character sheet here. Let's ask the Oracle. 50% chance. Doesn't attack us. Might be there for a different reason. Okay, it does. That's a very strong yes. It does indeed attack us. Okay, so there's no reason to quell on that. Okay, so let's get its stats here. We have a tree monster. Let's see. Tree monster. Its AC will be a little tougher. We'll put him at 4. HP will be 6 based on that difference. Okay. All right, let's see who goes first. We go first. Okay, so Sasha's going to attack. See a 4. Definitely need high. Oh, that was a hit. Nice. Definitely need high hits with that. Let's roll our attack at the d6. Sit. I'm giving Sasha double points for that, double XP. So this giant tree monster pops out of nowhere, seems threatening and anticlimactic. He just swipes and takes out the roots, and it disintegrates in front of their eyes. So he gets that's 60, so 60 points, 60 XP, but I'm giving him double for that, so 120, so 350 total he has right now. Sasha just takes one good swipe, and that thing turns into paperweights. Paper. I just should say paper. Okay, so that's it for the tree monster. Not exactly a boss, but probably should have given it more HP, but that's my fault. I gave it based on the range between 10 and lower in the AC. Okay, we are almost there. Let's see if we can survive one more tile, or 2 more tiles actually, because we still got to roll for the last tile. Let's roll for this new terrain. 5. Oh, good, something new finally. What is the new terrain? Watch, it's of course, it's wastelands. You got. I actually know I'm going to roll lower, see what it, so I can get 5. Okay, swamp. I'm going to take that instead. Swampland. Okay, what do we run into here? Explore die. Discovery. Okay, we haven't had discovery in a bit. 3. Ruins. Okay, what's our ruins here? Ruins. Let's see here. We have a few. 4. A lair. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so let me take out this wasteland. There is a giant layer here. I'm gonna put a giant, freaky looking tower here. Okay, there's a evil, dark looking layer, and we are at its front door. This might be the final episode for our characters here. Or the next episode will be the final episode, so I think I'm gonna leave it off here. They basically reach this giant layer, this evil layer that's in the swamp. And I think the banana truth is behind it. The final banana is inside this layer, or they have to get through this layer. Let's ask the Oracle. I could just say they do. You know what? Hell, they do. They gotta get through this layer to get to the banana of truth. So that's it. This was very eventful in my eyes. Our characters almost died. We ran into some problems. We did probably the most traveling in one of these episodes. So as I predicted, this one shot was going to go for 3 or 4 episodes. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Either tomorrow or tomorrow's Black Friday. Definitely go out and do some shopping. But yeah, hopefully over the weekend we can finish off this one shot. So I do like where it's going. I do like the direction, and it's been very exhilarating. So they do have to take a short rest because they are hurt. Sasha's still hurt, so we'll keep that in mind. So we're writing a note here for our future selves. They are in the 10-12 tile. So 10-12, and it's going to be a little mention up here. 10-12. Evil lair. So yeah, lair, and we need a long rest. So evil lair, but we need a long rest or something to that extent. Need a long rest. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. All right. Well, that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.